Classics. Today we are going to start from the effects of force. Now you know what is force. So what are the different types of effects? Very easy. This force can start to move an object or that is at rest, or it can stop a moving object if it is applied in the direction opposite to the motion. For example, football being stopped by a goalkeeper. Force can change the direction of the motion. If you take a turn, if you are cycling, okay, and you want to turn right, so you have to take give a force to the cycle, okay, so you can do it. Force can change the speed of a moving object. That also how. If you increase the speed of the object, it increase. Force can change the shape of an object. Take a dough, press it, it will change the shape of it. Okay, next is resultant force. What is resultant force? If more than one force is acting on a body, then the total force applied on the body is called the resultant force. See here, it is 10 Newton force is applying, and in this direction, same direction, it is 10 Newton force. So the total resultant force is 30. But here, in one direction it is 50 Newton, in another direction it is 70 Newton. So what will be the resultant force? Difference of these two forces, that will be 20. Now, from the right side I am applying 25 Newton, and from the left side I am applying again 25 Newton. So what will be the resultant force? 0. So it will not move at all. Okay, when two forces are acting in the same direction, then the resultant force we get by adding two forces. If they are in different direction, we have to subtract the forces to get the resultant force. Okay, we can also see from the above example that only unbalanced forces can make an object move. This is balanced force, both are 25 Newton, so it will not change its position. So we need unbalanced force to move an object. Next thing we are going to start, that is friction. How friction occur? If we take two things, this is suppose a table, okay, and this is an object. Suppose here is a person standing, he is pulling it, so it is going toward its. So friction is a force that acts just opposite to this force that try to stop this. How these things happen? These both surface having these types of thing, they are not smooth. Any object is not total smooth. This portion is known as the higher portion than other is known as elevation, and this lower portion is known as depression. So now if this is elevation, higher portion, and this is lower portion, depression, so two object, it will lock here. If we try to move, it will lock here. So this is the reason behind friction. Now come to the book. What is given? The force that opposes or resists the motion of one surface across another is called the force of friction. Some characteristics of friction is, friction always acts in the direction opposite to the motion. Frictional force depends on the type of surface in contact. If the surface is smooth, friction will be less. If it is not smooth, it will be greater. The frictional forces also depends on how heavy the object is, and if it is more heavier, the friction will be more. If it is light, then friction will be less. Friction is a relatively complex phenomenon. To explain, one theory is that any smooth surface is actually quite rough and consisting of depression and elevation. Now what is depression is giving here, that I told you, a part of a surface that is lower than the another part, and elevation is a part of a surface that is higher than the another part. Okay, and what is resistance is something that stops or slows down movement. Friction produces heat also. If you rub your palms together, you can feel that it is getting warm. So these are the force of friction and these are the characteristics of friction. So go through it. If you have any doubt, ask me in your live class. Thank you, class.